This former landfill is located on the outskirts of Siirt in southeastern Turkey. For years, Kurdish human rights activist Muhsin Beydoğan and his friend Zana investigated a grim suspicion about the waste dump that dates back to the 1990s.
We suspect that victims tortured by the military and police were hastily buried here. But to prevent the grounds from being investigated, authorities have approved buildings to be constructed on top. The construction companies threatened Zana and me.
That's why Zana Aksu fled to Germany. In Berlin, he says, people can express their opinions and protest, and police protect people rather than arrest them.
Here you can make democratic demands, and dissidence is treated with tolerance.
Turkish prosecutors repeatedly singled him out. They sentenced him to 18 months of prison for dodging compulsory military service. Then came a 12-year sentence for an alleged involvement in a terrorist organization. Both rulings were still pending when he decided to flee. The journalist and human rights activist has been provided a hotel room to stay in, which he shares with another asylum seeker. He says he finally feels safe here, 2,000 kilometers from Turkey.
There was a police raid there recently. They took all my equipment, my camera, laptop, and storage devices. I wasn't afraid of being arrested, but Turkey has a record of political assassinations, and I was scared I might become a target.
For decades, Kurds in southeastern Turkey have been demanding greater autonomy and for their language to receive equal treatment. The situation is tense, and conflict has resurged between Turkish security forces and the Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PKK, which the EU also classifies as a terrorist organization. Many have died on both sides. At the Siirt Human Rights Association, where Zana Aksu used to work, the mood is somber.
Nowhere are there as many human rights violations being committed as in this region, but you can't report on it. And complaints don't help either, as the immediate response is repression.
Besides the violence, Kurds are also hit by economic woes. Their regions rank among Turkey's poorest. Another reason many head to Germany. Between January and October 2023, around 50,000 people came from Turkey, a 200% rise. The numbers left authorities overwhelmed. Zana Aksu remembers what this is like. After fleeing, he first received accommodation at Berlin's out-of-service airport. In the jammed-packed facilities, fights often broke out between refugees who come from around the world.
On social media, people say Germany is a paradise where a red carpet is rolled out for you. That's a lie. Refugees first get put into collective shelters, and you only get to stay if you can prove you're really a victim of political persecution.
Politician Majid Kara Ahmetoğlu is of Turkish descent and a member of the ruling Social Democratic Party. He agrees with such a distinction and says people arriving fall into three main groups. The first are the politically disillusioned.
Then there's the second group of people who are severely impacted by Turkey's economic situation. The smaller group are people who are actually being persecuted.
They currently make up some 14% of applicants from Turkey, as Aksu knows.
I'll try everything to get my status recognized in Germany, but if I do end up getting rejected, I'll try it in another country. There's no way I can go back.
He will have to convince German authorities. But such asylum cases can take years.